Imagine just going to a school sports day, thinking, "Oh, this is going to be a fun little just watch by our children play some sports and win some events." Then there's massive dust storm and bodies falling. Maybe it's just another day in the world of Academy City. But now, Toma is hot on the trail of the magician, and she's not going to enjoy his particular brand of justice. But we might. Well, she was just attacked by a big dose of magic, but at least she's lying down instead of in the middle of a field. So is she still somewhat conscious? And he's not just, out for the count. It's the frog-faced doctor. Can he indeed? That's a smile of a man with confidence in his own skills there. Is he more involved with everything going on than we actually know of? More than just a doctor healing them each time. And with more people being drawn in and seemingly put in danger, the list of people who Toma's going to have to step up, not have to, but will do, step up and protect every now and again. There's always so much energy in the attacks of those characters in the opening. It's going to be a few episodes before we can have just a peaceful life again. But then again, when was it ever peaceful? Still at the bus depot. Is he going to go through some exponential growth? Apart from some minor mental trauma. There's... It could have been a lot worse, I guess, but at the same time, there was still a victim. Let's not answer that question just yet. Pick up on the inaccuracies and things wrong and fix it. Imagine if they had been running in the... Oh, they were running in the wrong direction. And looks like she also found you. I'm surprised that after all of this running and whatnot, none of the fabric covering of what she's carrying has come undone or loosened. Why run when you can take public transport? Perfect. Good thing they're at the bus depot. What if Toma had not seen that there were some people on board? Or someone had just bent out to pick up a bag? Coating herself in water there to get away from the fire and explosion. She's barely dressed as is. Whether they know it or not. Just one of those circumstances. Once again, it's just she's not very good at controlling her magic. Okay. Okay, thanks for the explanation. And since he had been using his magic, he was quite internally hurt. Do you really want him to approach you quickly? There has to be a reason why she's trying to draw him in. And he doesn't particularly want to think about the grand plans, he just wants to fix the here and now. Well, once he beats it out of you, he'll just have to go straight to your paymasters. Just keep your hand out, Toma, as long as it's only coming from a single direction. It's nice of her to tell him what's going on. At least she doesn't spam. Keeps things fresh. And she's not even getting serious about it. Although his list of moves is quite a bit shorter, isn't it? Run, punch. That's kind of dangerous for him. But at the same point, can't he just disrupt everything? Do you think this one was just a bluff? Does do things get more serious when you say your own name? He moved. So does it actually just have an activation time? Yep. Just remove it from his body and you'll be fine. And she can't use the package to hit him this time. Toma, what have you done? You can't be disrobing people in the street. I hit her again. Can he dispel it this time? That's why you double tap, Toma. But those buttons on her shirt were the true heroes of this fight. What is going to be the deciding factor of this? Oh, she's just noping out. Okay. The next time they meet, she won't go so easily on him. So she actively wasn't trying to hurt him? Was it all a game? But why did she leave that behind? If it was that simple, or if he was able to do it that easily, then I would be incredibly surprised. It's a very ice cream shop. A distraction. You might want to get back on the phone immediately. It's because she has a proper change of clothes. So they know people are after them now, and someone's worried. What kind of battle dress is that? So there's, what, a bigger threat at play? Hmm. Then what is he carrying there? Just a curator of the museum. But there is something at the centre of it. It may not be the actual stab sword. Ah. And it means very little to me at the minute as what the change actually means. She doesn't seem particularly concerned there. In fact, that smirk is worrying me. Huh. But if it's that ingrained into the origin of the church. Is he alright there? All the goings on of the churches and their dealings, which really are only taking place in Academy City for the sake of it, it seems like. Can it be that easily transferred? And will they get into any trouble for abandoning the sports event thing and running around? Not sure we needed the camera angle, but okay. He's deep in thought, but this is going to play out badly for him. There's a high-pitched whining. Oh, it's Index. There's something different about her. Did she get a haircut? Maybe it's best if you don't think about it. And what about Sphinx? Did the teacher... But he didn't say anything nice about her outfit. It's always about food, Tom. That's not a bite. I'm not sure I get the use of the sound effects there. But due to circumstances, it's been running around the city. You can kind of understand why he had that thought process. Ah, I see the comment he made now, which should... Are they still being friendly with... Yes, they are. And this time, Misaka is right behind. Who are they indeed? Didn't take long to get that meeting across, did it? Moving at quite a speed. It seems like she enjoys flustering her daughter. His father seems to have the same kind of running into people, luckily, powers that Toma does. Run. Who is really the most powerful here? Ah. Look away when he turned. We're just going to ignore her. Well, everything is like the flow with Toma because it's just things happen, and he's. You're going to be disturbing everyone else at the restaurant here. Ah, yes, they haven't had the meeting here. And turning it back on her. Remember someone that you were talking to in the stands? Is this really the conflict that we needed right now? Rather than powers at large, this is more grounded. Yep. Why does everyone else here seem surprised? Were they trying to make her seem as though she was really young? Not sure that came across to me very well. But she seems to be quite interfering, for better or worse. But how likely is it that out of everyone you could run into, it so happened to be Toma's parents? This entire arc seems to be just a there was no trade or anything going on with the one running around with the. There was more going on in the background that we weren't actually seeing. Do you think she knew that that was Toma's father and planted a spell on him? And there seems to be so many people vying for Toma's affection, and yet he just wants to live the easy life. Can you really blame him at this point? He's been through a lot. Maybe sitting down watching TV would be quite the holiday for him. And do many of the magicians have such a large repertoire of magic? We've seen Star use a few different things, but she was tossing them out quite quickly. Quite varied as well. It's not just variations of fire. But the after effects of being hit with that magic in the beginning, and whether or not she's going to make a full recovery, is still left to be seen. At least she wasn't shot in the head like Accelerator. If he pulled through and is relatively fine, I'm sure something can be done. Also, does Style now need to go around to every bus and remove the talismans? or keep them on there for prosperity in the future. Because we all know evil villains use public transport. And if you want to let me know how evil you are, let me know down below in the comment section, or maybe even subscribe to the channel, because there's more Index, Railgun, I think there's Accelerator and maybe some others in the future. And if you want to cheer me on, you don't need to dress up. Just leave a like on the video. Get some rest though. See you in the next one. I really don't think you want to introduce my channel to your parents. However, my patrons that are Sal, Raywin, Electrican, Tafia, Noku, Shiwan, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Mats, Rasmus Paulson, Girly, Dynamite 1997, ASD, Duck Show 7899, and everyone else, for reasons that I really don't quite understand, have invited me to that family restaurant. And if you want to join in with the surprised gasps, consider joining onto my Patreon as well.